your designated driver on the highway to health. Dr. Bob Martin is on the Better Health Network. Careful. The health talk show you're about to enjoy is extremely hot. It's the Dr. Bob Martin Show.
Call Dr. Bob now and ask your health-related question. Toll free 888-553-7262. That's 888-55-Dr. Bob.
A happy and healthy welcome to this hour of the Dr. Bob Martin Show. I'm Dr. Bob, and I'm here to help you by taking your phone call on the subject of health. So if you've got a health concern, a health question, a health challenge, I'm here for you. Help me help you. Here's a number into the show. Toll free nationwide if you've got a question, 888-553-7262. 1-888-55 Dr. Bob, 888-553-7262. Now, coming up a little bit later in the hour, we have a special guest. It's going to be joining us with a very important message, very important topic you'll not want to miss out on. I would take notes. This could be a game changer for you, as it has been for so many people who are on board with the whole concept of longevity and controlling one's own health, being your own best doctor most of the time. Our special guest is going to tell us why and how people are living longer and living healthier while they're alive, without all these chronic degenerative problems that we see so often here in America due to loss of or lack of education. All right, we're going to turn our attention in this segment to how good doctor bedside manner could reduce your risk and the risk of those you love the most from dying by a whopping 50%. Now, a bedside manner refers most often to the way a medical professional interacts and communicates with his or her patients. Poor bedside manner reflects rudeness, cold attitudes, inadequate listening skills, and complete disregard for patients' fears or their concerns. Why are such mannerisms so prominent in America in medicine? That is the question. And the answer, well, it's complicated, folks. However, findings recently published in the journal Annals of Family Medicine describes how good side bed manner can greatly reduce the risk of premature death. It's true. Having a friendly doctor could halve the risk of a diabetic dying within the next 10 years. That's what the new research out is describing. Patients who feel their doctor, their MD doctor, is empathetic, maybe more inclined to take the doctor's advice and adhere to whatever treatment that doctor is prescribing. This is out of research at Cambridge University. That's what they're claiming. I mean, we're talking about a 50% reduction of dying within 10 years in these diabetic patients. That's massive. It's huge. Empathy is said to lead to a trusting relationship where patients can actually talk openly to their doctors about any problem they need to have addressed. And the potential impact is considerable and is comparable to prescribing medical drugs, but without the associated problems of side effects or adverse events or non-adherence. So once again, this just proves that placebo therapy in medicine is proven to work as well as the very drugs used for a certain chronic condition. In this case, we're talking about diabetes here. So just the presence of a doctor in a room is a healing force in and of itself. And, doctors, it's so interesting how doctors will chide and they will defame and besmirch other forms of healing arts like botanical medicine and homeopathic medicine. They think, oh, this is all sham medicine, it's quackery. And yet the very thing that they're talking about, things that don't work, that people perceive to work, placebo therapy, is very strong within mainstream medicine. It could be a lot stronger than we think. Some people believe it's 20 to 40% of the effect on a patient is the very belief that the patient is going to get better. In other words, what happens between their ears, not what they swallow or what they're injected with. Now, in this case, we're talking about diabetes. Type 2 diabetes significantly raises a patient's risk of death from heart disease and stroke due to the strain of high blood pressure and high glucose levels on your arteries. However, these complications can be avoided with proper disease control. And those who reported having an empathetic doctor, a doctor who had a good bedside manner, had a 40 to 50% lower risk of death over the next decade compared to those who had a less friendly doctor. So the takeaway, obviously, is get a doctor with a great bedside manner because he or she will reduce your risk by 50% of dying prematurely associated with diabetes over the next 10 years. Why would you want to have a rude doctor, a doctor who doesn't properly communicate with you, who talks down to you, who's grumpy? There are a lot of good doctors out there who are not in that space. Now, this team of researchers said there are several possible explanations for their findings, which were published, by the way, in the journal Annals of Family Medicine. Medical doctors who are empathetic, who have good bedside manner, may be more likely to be successful in getting their patients to take whatever treatment or commit to the exercise if they recommend it. And that is part of the reason why they're living longer. Previous studies have also reported a friendly doctor, one with a good side bed manner, the one that is happy and not grumpy and irritable and communicates well. Patients are more motivated to be self-managed in their own disease, which is where it should be, being your own best doctor most of the time, not giving up and giving in to, believing that the only game in town is what's coming out of that doctor's mouth and what they do for you rather than what you do for yourself. So doctor empathy may also reflect the doctor's listening ability. So many doctors just don't listen. The patient comes in, and before they even get out of their mouth, the patients are stating what's wrong with them. The doctor's already writing a prescription before they even hear you out. Leave that doctor. Find another doctor. You'll be better off, especially if you have diabetes, according to this study. This can, this is huge because diabetes is on the rise, folks. Massively. The findings build on previous research that shows patients with a lower level of anxiety or an optimistic outlook are more likely to live longer. Well, how on earth can you have an optimistic outline in your life in terms of your attitude if your doctor has a poor bedside manner, if your doctor does not communicate with you in a manner that's treating you with respect, and they're grumpy and they're irritable and they talk down to you? And I hear and hear this from people all the time. And what I say to people when they tell me this is, why do you still have that doctor? Why on earth would you continue to employ a healthcare professional with a surly, irritable, angry, holier-than-thou bedside manner talking down to you? Why would you do that when they're the employee and you're the employer? Fire their rear ends and find somebody who actually cares to try to help you out in the best manner possible. Because according to this study, you're going to reduce your risk of dying in the next 10 years by 50% if you have a doctor who has a good bedside manner. It's not that difficult. I mean, you would think these doctors would find something else to do in life rather than wake up on the wrong side of the bed every day and hate what they do. And by extension of that, reflect that in the management and the treatment of their patients. Now, most doctors have good bedside manner, but there are a contingent of those who don't. And especially if they get under the care or care for diabetics are going to suffer. And this study proves it. So find a doctor with a good bedside manner, especially if you have diabetes. You're going to be a lot better off. All right, our special guest coming up. Stay tuned. It's the Dr. Bob Martin Show. Introducing Future Farm new and improved liquid turmeric with powerful curcuminoids, now alcohol-free. Experience reduced joint stiffness, pain, and inflammation, arthritis, headaches, support heart function, and better moods with Future Farm fresh organic liquid turmeric from Hawaii with 95% curcuminoids, bioperin, and deep cell penetrating liposomes. This first-of-a-kind turmeric product from Future Farm is delicious tasting and pharmacist formulated using nanotechnology that delivers improved absorption to ensure better results compared to powder, tablet, or capsule forms of turmeric. Hundreds of scientific studies have proven just how safe and effective turmeric is for a wide variety of health concerns. Take advantage of getting a free bottle of Future Farm liquid turmeric with your order of 2. Call 888-841-7216. 888-841-7216. That's 1-888-841-7216 or myfuturefarm.com. Farm is spelled with a P. It may come as a surprise to learn that virtually all people have some degree of cataract formation in one or both eyes by age 40. Fact is, cataract is a leading cause of blindness in the United States. But here's the good news. Thanks to medical research, there now exists a way to help prevent cataracts from forming and reverse it in some people who already have it with a revolutionary, safe, and effective all-natural eye drop formulation called Can-C. Can-C eye drops contain a special nutrient called N-acetylcarnosine, which was discovered to be depleted in the eyes of cataract sufferers. Can-C has also been found to help glaucoma, floaters, dry eyes, and retinal problems. Think about how important your sight is now and will be in the future. Then decide to protect your precious vision with Can-C eye drops. I personally use Can-C eye drops, and you should too. Call 800-861-4936. 800-861-4936. That's 800-861-4936 or wisechoicemedicine.com.
Do you know there's one common factor linked to virtually all the health and beauty issues of aging? It's all about your telomeres. These little caps at the ends of your chromosomes act as your cellular timekeepers, indicating the rate at which you age. Telomeres are similar to the plastic tips on your shoelaces. What happens when those tips crack and break down? Your shoelaces become frayed and unusable. The same thing happens when your telomeres grow shorter, but this time it's your life-supporting cells that break down and become toxic senescent cells. Televite is the first cellular longevity multivitamin with ingredients supported by 312 scientific studies, including 14 ingredients and combination of ingredients that lengthen your telomeres. Televite's telomere lengthening results have been published in a peer-reviewed scientific journal. Televite is now available in the supplement store on livingbeyond100.com or call toll-free to learn more. 833-548-3100. 833-548-3100. 833-548-3100.
Just keep breathing and breathing and breathing and breathing.
Size matters. You're listening to the largest and longest airing health talk show in America. We're huge. Thanks to you, the Dr. Bob Martin Show.
Keep on breathing. Just keep breathing and breathing and
All right, welcome back to this segment of the Dr. Bob Martin Show. And thank you for tuning into the program today. Now, we've got a lot of news we're going to be sharing with you throughout the remainder of the show, so you're encouraged to stick around because we don't want you to miss any of this good stuff because it could be a game changer for you. And especially our guest who's coming up very shortly here, I'll introduce you to. It's a good thing to have a paper, pen, or pencil together to take notes down, maybe pass that on to people you care about in your life that could benefit through much of this health-giving information that we dole out here each and every week. Now, later in the show, we're going to have this week's installments of the Health Alternative, Health Outrage, and Health Mystery of the Week. Plus, we've got a big product recall to tell you about that you should know about. and a lot of news, including this. Giving birth in America remains unacceptably deadly. Got some new information now. U.S. infant mortality rates are about 71% higher than the comparable country average around the world. And the United States has one of the worst overall child mortality rates compared to 19 other wealthy nations. We're going to get into that, talk about the problems associated with that. We're also going to tell you about how psychiatric diagnoses are useless, according to experts. Useless. This psychiatric Bible that's been used forever, the DSM-5, it doesn't really mean anything. There's nothing useful there, according to a brand new study out. So all these people have been diagnosed with all these psychiatric disorders, head problems, they call them, mental illness issues, epidemic. Virtually no one in the United States is untouched by some manner in this regard. Now they're talking about these diagnoses as being completely useless that psychiatrists have been using for decades. We're going to get into that and a lot of other things, so don't go anywhere. All right, our special guest joining us to talk about why it is that so many Americans have chronic disease, mostly preventable illnesses, compared to, let's say, other countries. And I've talked about this until I'm really blue in the face here, about how our longevity, our level of health in the United States compared to other countries, very poor ranking, like 47th. 47th. Incredible. We're an affluent nation, a powerful nation, yet we cannot pull off keeping our citizens and our population healthy by teaching them how to do that and mimicking other societies who live long and prosper into their 8th, 9th decade of life and beyond, become centenarians and octogenarians. I mean, it's available. And most people are thinking, oh, I'm over the hill. I'm old now. I'm 42 already. Well, our special guest is here to talk about how we develop these chronic diseases in our country and what we can do personally to try to reduce our risks of them being developed. His name is Dr. Decker Weiss. He's a cardiologist and naturopathic physician. Now, after graduating, Dr. Weiss from Southwest College of Naturopathic Medicine, he performed an internship, residence, and fellowship at the prestigious American Heart Institute, Columbia Hospital, and the Arizona Hospital, spanning an entire decade. In 2015, Dr. Weiss accepted a position as senior fellow for Artis Research, performing cutting-edge research and medical care in conflict zones in the Middle East. Recently, Dr. Weiss launched a nonprofit organization called Peace Possible. Check them out online, peacepossible.com, dedicated to the research, treatment, and prevention and reversal of PTSD and radicalization and the providing of advanced medical care to refugees and orphans. Now, Dr. Weiss is considered a worldwide expert in disease prevention, pharmaceutical and non-pharmaceutical approaches to cardiovascular disease and chronic inflammation. And Dr. Weiss joins us today so that we can have a conversation about this dilemma that we as a nation are facing, and that is the fact that most chronic diseases are right here in the United States. We're faced with these on a daily basis. Way too many Americans are suffering with them, and yet when you look at our counterparts in other Asian countries, not so much. Living longer, 4 to 6 years longer in other Asian countries, and not having these diseases after the age of 40, suffering all the way until they pass away. With that, let us welcome back to the program Dr. Decker Weiss. Good day to you, Dr. Weiss.
Thanks for having me on. And you touched on, mental illness. The day we went away from preventing mental illness through protecting our brain from inflammation and giving our brain the proper nutrients, the day we escaped it, some people got together, wrote a book and said, hey, as long as you know these codes, we're going to figure it all out. Nobody thought that was going to work. Even in the top ranks of psychiatry who I meet with my nonprofit, I meet with these top psychiatrists from around the world. They have always thought that was one of the worst approaches, and that we've got to go back to getting basic nutrients into the body to keep the inflammation out of the brain. As a cardiologist, I have to keep the inflammation out of the heart. For a psychiatrist, their goal should be keeping inflammation out of the brain. But the numbers on the chronic disease is just staggering. And the fact that conventionally you still see a lot of people patting themselves on the back every day for what a great system it is. And look, nobody here is denying that technology hasn't done some really neat things. I'm wearing a very, very funky knee brace that really helps me out right now. Nobody's sitting here denying that technology hasn't done some neat things, but we're way too sick. Way too sick. And I'm in countries in Asia, and you have too, Bob, where they're just as stressed, they're just as exposed to toxins, and they're riding their bikes at 80 years old, no problem, pain, meeting with their granddaughters, barely wearing reading glasses at 75 years old. Something is wrong. And I think that it really started back about 40, 50 years ago when our government got involved in our nutrition, Dr. Bob, and they said, hey, here's these 30 or 40 so minerals and nutrients you need on a daily basis. Beyond that, there's nothing really that important. And I think we're the culmination right now of 40 to 50 years of bad decisions. Hey, you can take the Centrum, and that's all you need. Well, that was absolutely ludicrous. And then even, those companies don't feel that. We need 92 minerals and nutrients on a daily basis, and we need them in an absorbable amount. So we went down to 40. I think we just have the natural progression of a deficient population, and one that can stay alive but not be alive. And Dr. Bob, these numbers, 28% of American adults. Now, this isn't seniors. 28% have 3 chronic diseases. 12% have 5 or more chronic diseases. We're not even talking about seniors. So the numbers are staggering, and natural medicine has to stand up and answer. And that's where I'm at with it right now.
Well, I think, Dr. Weiss, the good news is at least people understand that there is a dilemma, and they get that. They know there's a problem, and I think they're also understanding, or at least they're inclined to try to do something about it themselves, because God only knows their doctor's not doing anything about it. That's why they have their chronic disease. That's why they keep going back to the doctor for the same condition, and they change up their meds. And then they try to have somebody manage the side effects of the drugs that they're taking, and they're taking action on their own by going out. Over 50% of people in the United States take some form of multivitamin mineral supplement. Unfortunately, they're taking the wrong ones. Oh, they may be getting discounts and great deals at Sam's Club and Costco and down at the local drugstore, but folks, you get what you pay for. It's the old garbage in, garbage out concept. We're going to change that paradigm today. And Dr. Weiss is going to tell us how to do that and how we can mimic people who are living longer and having less disease in the process. Stay tuned. It's the Dr. Bob Martin Show.
Looking for that perfect beach body this summer, or just trying to stay healthy? Managing your weight is so important. Weight management is more than simply calories consumed versus calories burned. Achieving your ideal weight also depends on your digestive system functioning effectively. Research has shown that one of the most important things in our ability to keep fat off is having the proper amounts of good bacteria, probiotics, in our GI tract. These friendly bacteria help regulate blood sugar, normalize our appetite, and process food that is challenging to digest with less gas and bloating. World-renowned Dr. Ohhira's Probiotics is a flora balancing system that does that and more. Dr. Ohhira's carefully selected strains of live, beneficial bacteria work synergistically to optimize health, aid in the absorption of our nutrients, and help with weight management. Dr. Ohhira's Probiotics. Get them today. Available at Sprouts, Whole Foods and Vitamin Shop, and other fine natural health retailers. Also online.
Introducing Future Farm new and improved liquid turmeric with powerful curcuminoids, now alcohol-free. Experience reduced joint stiffness, pain and inflammation, arthritis, headaches, support heart function, and better moods with Future Farm fresh organic liquid turmeric from Hawaii with 95% curcuminoids, bioperin, and deep cell penetrating liposomes. This first-of-a-kind turmeric product from Future Farm is delicious tasting and pharmacist formulated using nanotechnology that delivers improved absorption to ensure better results compared to powder, tablet, or capsule forms of turmeric. Hundreds of scientific studies have proven just how safe and effective turmeric is for a wide variety of health concerns. Take advantage of getting a free bottle of Future Farm liquid turmeric with your order of 2. Call 888-841-7216. 888-841-7216. That's 1-888-841-7216 or myfuturefarm.com. Farm is spelled with a P. If you've been listening to my show, you've heard me talking about an amazing supplement called Sea Veg, a natural and organic multivitamin containing 92 vitamins and minerals, including calcium, antioxidants, omega-3 and 6. The Asian cultures know that sea plants are one of the healthiest, most nutritional plants you'll find on land and sea. Sea Veg has been helping people boost their immune systems, balance their metabolisms, reduce inflammation, and provide moisturizing to skin, hair, and nails. Try Sea Veg to enjoy all the benefits of these sea vegetables. Sea Veg. Feel healthier and younger or your money back. To order, call toll-free 855-627-9929. That's 855-627-9929. Or go online at buyseaveg.com. That's B-U-I-C like the ocean, veg, V-E-G.com. Order in the next 60 minutes. Use discount code Dr. Bob, and shipping is free. Call now 855-627-9929 or online at buyseaveg.com.
Are you waiting for the right excuse? Are you waiting for a sign to choose? While you're waiting, it's the time you lose. What are you waiting for? Don't you want to spread your wings and fly? Don't you really want to live your life? Don't you want to love before you die? What are you waiting for? What are you?
This half hour of the Dr. Bob Martin Show is sponsored by Nutritional Testing Services. You can order at-home tests for mineral deficiency, toxic metals, saliva hormone tests, digestive tests, thyroid tests, and more by calling 1-800-606-8822. That's 1-800-606-8822.
Welcome back to this hour of the Dr. Bob Martin Show. We have a special guest with us during this segment. His name is Dr. Decker Weiss. He's a heart doctor. He's a cardiologist, a naturopathic physician, and very astute nutritional experts talking about why it is that Americans are having so much difficulty and challenge with mostly preventable chronic degenerative diseases, more so than other countries, especially when you compare our level of longevity and health to Asian countries. And when you compare and contrast why it is that people in Asian countries live 4 to 6 years longer than Americans do typically and have less degenerative diseases across the board, you start to see some commonalities. And especially if you've visited Asian countries like Dr. Weiss and I have, you do the research and you ask the questions and you make the observations, you start to see a focus on what they're consuming, what they're eating, and how they're able to obtain greater levels of health and longevity and have a greater health span, not just longevity, but be healthy beyond age 40. Here in the United States, we don't enjoy that as so much. Now, some people are taking action on their own because they know there's such a major deficiency in mainstream medicine. Yes, there's been technological advances in acute care, especially triage, emergency care, 911, ambulances, but that's about it. When it comes to the prevention of these slow and insidious diseases, we don't do so well. And we don't do so well because we don't educate people from the get-go as to the relationship between what they're eating or not eating and the diseases that they will either develop or not develop. And we're trying to address that today because here in America we have way too much chronic disease. that is mostly preventable. But you can actually become your own best doctor and do something about it. There is an antidote to it. And that antidote, Dr. Weiss has described, you should get into your mind and pursue it, and pursue the number 92. The number 92 is not something special. It just happens to be the number of nutrients that happens to be located in sea vegetables, typically. And when you look at the diet of people who live longer and have less diseases, that's exactly what they're getting in these Asian countries. Why their hair looks better, their fingernails look better, their skin looks better, why they're moving around in their 8th, 9th decade of life, still having sexual relations and not suffering with all these degenerative diseases and dragging the medical system down in those countries. They're receiving through their diet things that their body needs to recover and help repair itself, live long. And he described it just before we took the break, and that is these sea vegetables. Now, Dr. Weiss, I've also discovered that astronauts, while in space, one of the very foods that they're eating now, and they're talking about, is eating sea vegetable. It's one of the foods that can sustain life while in deep space for long periods of time. It's one of the foods that our astronauts in the aeronautic program now, that's what they're consuming. And that's exactly what we're talking about. And then there's another example that I am reminded of, and that is in the Bible, the substance that this was miraculously supplied to the Israelites in the wilderness as they were 40 years out in the wilderness after having been kicked out of Egypt in Exodus 16, talking about manna. Well, now they think that manna, the experts think that manna was actually a form of sea vegetables, sea vegetation. We don't know how they got it, but they believe that's what sustained them during all those years, and that's essentially what we're talking about here, is it not?
It is, and there's two interesting points. One is that astronauts eating sea vegetables means that technology could not do it better than nature. Meaning all the best scientists in the world are figuring out what powders and tangs and things these astronauts need. What did they do? They went back to nature because the forms of the nutrients, not just the nutrients, but the forms of the nutrients were the ones that were most bioactive. And I think the other thing, the very interesting thing about the Bible is that was used to revive those folks, meaning that when they got the manna, they got their health back, which shows anyone listening, you can get your health back. I mean, there's the lesson right there, that these sea vegetables that are present in sea veg, in the capsules, I can't eat the vegetables. They're just a little too strong for me. Give me capsules, please, all day long. But it shows it restores health. The astronauts were protecting health, but in those Israelites, they're restoring it. Phenomenal information.
All right, so let's talk about, you made the comparison of 92 nutrients necessary or the average, however, multivitamin supplement. You mentioned one, Centrum. There's one a day. There's major brands that people are taking because they get great discounts at their store, thinking that somehow they're filling in the gaps of what they're not getting in their diet, but it sounds basically like they're really not getting what they need, and you're recommending that they go above and beyond that.
Yeah, well, if you remember, Irma Bombeck had that, the grass is always greener by the septic tank. Yes. When you look at those big combination multis, and we always joke, friends don't let their friends buy their supplements at Costco, and it's really not a joke. You've got to get them in good places. But basically, there's going to be one of two problems. One is there's just not going to be enough, and that's across the board. The second is if there is enough, it's a synthetic form that they basically jackhammer together in such a hard pill that your body can't break it apart. We find septic tanks loaded with pharmaceuticals and multis all the time. And it is the example of using an powdered capsule of bioavailable nutrients with technology and research versus something that was slapped together in a lab that was heavily marketed. And that's really the difference. Something slapped together in a lab that's heavily marketed versus a capsule with bioavailable nutrients that really is copying off the Bible. I mean, what do we think is going to work better? And as a cardiologist, I've got to get 92 in my patients on a regular day basis throughout the day. If I do that, everything I do works better. It gives my patients the true opportunity to recover, just like those Israelites in the desert. It gave them the opportunity to recover.
All right, let's do this, folks. When we come back from this break, we're going to be talking about, you don't, like Dr. Weiss, you may not like to eat sea vegetables. You may not have access to them. Most people don't unless they move to an Asian country. We're going to tell you how to mimic that through a multi-superfood supplement, the best damn multivitamin mineral omega supplement on the market called Sea Veg, and give you an opportunity to get a free bottle of it. New customers today are going to be eligible for a free bottle of Sea Veg. We'll tell you how that works. Be prepared to write down the phone number and the access to their website so you can take advantage of it. The one that Dr. Decker Weiss is talking about, the one with 92 nutrients in it, Sea Veg. We'll be right back. I'm Dr. Bob Martin. Introducing Future Farm new and improved liquid turmeric with powerful curcuminoids, now alcohol-free. Experience reduced joint stiffness, pain, and inflammation, arthritis, headaches, support heart function, and better moods with Future Farm fresh organic liquid turmeric from Hawaii with 95% curcuminoids, bioperin, and deep cell penetrating liposomes. This first-of-a-kind turmeric product from Future Farm is delicious tasting and pharmacist formulated using nanotechnology that delivers improved absorption to ensure better results compared to powder, tablet, or capsule forms of turmeric. Hundreds of scientific studies have proven just how safe and effective turmeric is for a wide variety of health concerns. Take advantage of getting a free bottle of Future Farm liquid turmeric with your order of 2. Call 888-841-7216. 888-841-7216. That's 1-888-841-7216 or myfuturefarm.com. Farm is spelled with a P.
Dance floor is open. Come on, everyone. Let's shake it.
You're young at heart. Let's keep it that way. Stay feeling young with Kyolic Aged Garlic Extract, designed specifically to help support and strengthen your cardiovascular system as you age. Kyolic Aged Garlic Extract was founded on scientific research and has been the subject of more than 800 research studies over the last 45 years, revealing its significant cardiovascular benefits. Kyolic Aged Garlic Extract cardiovascular, blood pressure health, cholesterol, and circulation formulas are just a handful of the many Kyolic supplements that can help reduce the major risk factors of heart disease and promote overall heart health. Organically grown, Kyolic garlic is aged up to 20 months, has no pungent odor, and is gentle on the stomach. Make a resolution today to stay young at heart and keep your cardiovascular system strong for years to come. Get Kyolic today. Available at fine natural health retailers nationwide.
If you've been listening to my show, you've heard me talking about an amazing supplement called Sea Veg, a natural and organic multivitamin containing 92 vitamins and minerals, including calcium, antioxidants, omega-3 and 6. The Asian cultures know that sea plants are one of the healthiest, most nutritional plants you'll find on land and sea. Sea Veg has been helping people boost their immune systems, balance their metabolisms, reduce inflammation, and provide moisturizing to skin, hair, and nails. Try Sea Veg to enjoy all the benefits of these sea vegetables. Sea Veg. Feel healthier and younger or your money back. To order, call toll-free 855-627-9929. That's 855-627-9929. Or go online at buyseaveg.com. That's B-U-I-C like the ocean, veg, V-E-G.com. Order in the next 60 minutes. Use discount code Dr. Bob, and shipping is free. Call now 855-627-9929 or online at buyseaveg.com.
And I've seen my friends fall away before their time, and I've been afraid that I may follow in their light. So I drink and love and whisper all the things I know are right. Someday I will leave this world, but maybe not tonight. I'm not afraid of getting old.
Join Dr. Bob on Facebook today. Friend him at drbob.com. Spell out doctor, that's D-O-C-T-O-R, bob.com.
All right, and we are back. Our special guest is heart doctor, cardiologist, naturopathic physician, Dr. Decker Weiss. We're here talking about the importance of taking better care of oneself by supplying nutrients outside of the classical standard American diet. Now, I want to specifically have Dr. Weiss address the difference between land vegetables and sea vegetables and why it is that Americans are not getting those 92 nutrients that they need in their diet to sustain health and to minimize or reduce the risk of future degenerative, mostly preventable diseases. But before we get to that, I'm going to just throw this out for anybody who is wanting to take good care of themselves and take the best multivitamin, mineral, and omega supplement all rolled into one called Sea Veg, a multi-superfood supplement. New customers are eligible for a free bottle today by listening to the Dr. Bob Martin Show, a free bottle of Sea Veg, the one that Dr. Weiss and I both take and recommend. You can get a free bottle of Sea Veg with your purchase of 2 bottles. Buy 2, get 1 free of their premium Sea Veg multi-superfood supplement using the promo code Dr. Bob when you order. Guaranteed it is Sea Veg. You got to be happy with it or you get your money back. Here's the number to call to take advantage of getting a free bottle of Sea Veg with your order of 2 for new customers. They're eligible. 855-627-9929. Order now. 855-627-9929. You can also go over to their website at Buy Sea Veg. That's B-U-Y-C as in the ocean, S-E-A, veg, buyseaveg.com. Or call them toll-free to get that in the mail, to get started getting those 92 important nutrients into your body to reduce your risk of future, mostly preventable, degenerative diseases. 855-627-9929. Now, Dr. Weiss, for those people who are just tuning into the program, can you describe and why there's a difference between land vegetables, which most Americans are picking up in the grocery store in the produce aisle, versus sea vegetables, which are the ones that you and I both have observed in Asian countries that we visited that people actually consume and get more out of them? Why is it?
Well, land vegetables, when you grow something on land, the ideal thing to do right after you harvest is let the land rest. You let things fall on it. You let the soil return up and get its nutrients back. So land needs a rest, basically. Now, we have figured out with fertilizers how to skip it from resting in order to grow vegetables and fruits, but we figured out just barely how to get them to put out fruits and vegetables. So over time, that land has decreased the nutrient density in all these vegetables. The land isn't, in essence, the land isn't getting any rest. So when you look at chromium, for example, it's down 3,000% from it was 40, 50, not even 30 years ago. Calcium down over 60%, magnesium. Now, sea vegetables, if you think of a sea bottom, it's constant whooshing back and forth of the soil at the bottom of the ocean. So it is constantly churning and recycling its nutrients. An ocean bottom is a very active place. Additionally, you have creatures burrowing in, constantly breaking up the soil. So you have this whole regeneration of that soil, and that's why these minerals just stay so dense in these sea vegetables. It never needs to rest, and that's our advantage. That's how you can get 92 minerals and nutrients in that capsule that are bioavailable and really good for us.
Right, as opposed to the typical, if you're taking right now something like Centrum or One A Day or some of the major brands that you see on television all day long, not only if you read the label do you see all the incipients and binders and coloring agents and everything artificial in there, they're also minimal in delivering what you really need, which is 92. Some of them may have 15 or 20 or 25 different nutrients in it. They just don't hit the mark. You deserve and you're worth taking it to the next step by getting the Sea Veg, the multi-superfood supplement.
It doesn't meet any of the medical goals we need. Sorry to step on you there for a second, but our medical goal when we're replenishing nutrients is to fill up all those pathways you need and detox the body, get inflammation down. Those purposes to all those nutrients. When you start adding in chemicals that are actually toxic, in addition to the nutrients, well, you don't meet any of the medical reasons why you're taking it. When I put people on C-Veg, I'm doing it for a medical purpose, trying to get them alkaline, trying to get inflammation out, trying to get toxins out of the body. Now you're putting chemicals and toxins into my multi. In our world, it is an insult. It's just like,
all right. Let me give out this offer one last time, Dr. Weiss. For new customers, you're eligible for a free bottle of C-Veg, the multi-superfood supplement, the one with 92 different nutrients in it, with your purchase of 2. Buy 2, get 1 free. Use the promo code Dr. Bob when you place your order. Guaranteed, it's guaranteed or your money back. Be satisfied with it. I mean, how many multis guarantee money back? None. 0. Here's the number to call to get C-Veg. Toll free, 855-627-9929. Order now, 855-627-9929. New customers eligible to get a free bottle with your order of 2. 855-627-9929, or go to their website, buycveg.com. Buy C as in the ocean, veg.com. Buycveg.com, 855-627-9929. Dr. Decker Weiss, thank you for joining us. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Looking for that perfect beach body this summer, or just trying to stay healthy? Managing your weight is so important. Weight management is more than simply calories consumed versus calories burned. Achieving your ideal weight also depends on your digestive system functioning effectively. Research has shown that one of the most important things in our ability to keep fat off is having the proper amounts of good bacteria, probiotics, in our GI tract. These friendly bacteria help regulate blood sugar, normalize our appetite, and process food that is challenging to digest with less gas and bloating. World-renowned Dr. Ohhira's Probiotics is a flora balancing system that does that and more. Dr. Ohhira's carefully selected strains of live, beneficial bacteria work synergistically to optimize health, aid in the absorption of our nutrients, and help with weight management. Dr. Ohhira's Probiotics. Get them today. Available at Sprouts, Whole Foods and Vitamin Shop, and other fine natural health retailers. Also online.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans, America's largest mortgage lender. I've got great news. Mortgage interest rates have dropped. So if you're thinking about buying a home, right now is the time to lock that low rate, even before you find the home of your dreams. With our exclusive Rate Shield approval, the low rate you lock today is protected for up to 90 days while you shop for your new home. With a Rate Shield approval, if rates go up, your low rate stays locked. But if rates go down, you get that new, even lower rate. Either way, you win. Talk to us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com to take advantage. Here's another great reason to work with us. For a record 9 years in a row, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. Again, to lock in today's low mortgage interest rate and get the security of our exclusive Rate Shield approval, call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
For J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com. Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year fixed-rate loans. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. License in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
Stop breathing right now. No, really, hold your breath. This is how it feels when you're stuffed up due to colds, flu, pollen, dander, postnasal drip, or any other reason. That's when you need Clear Saline Nasal Spray, the only spray with the power of xylitol. That simple saline solution you're using is only doing half the job. It's just rinsing. In multiple research studies, xylitol has been shown to reduce bacterial adhesion and help keep your nose moist and clean much longer than saline alone, making Clear more effective at washing away that nasty gunk in your nose. Clear is so powerful, it's been granted over 11 patents. So step up from that wimpy saline spray to something that actually works faster and better at getting you the relief you need to start breathing now. And if your doctor isn't talking to you about Clear for your congestion, maybe you need to get a new doctor. You don't just rinse your hands. Why would you just rinse your nose? Clear Saline Nasal Spray with xylitol. Available at Walmart, CVS, Whole Foods, Rite Aid, and everywhere else. Or Clear.com. That's XLEAR.com. Now go wash your nose.
Check out Dr. Bob's website. Listen to the show live online. Hear past shows. Read breaking health news and more at drbob.com. Spell out doctor, that's DOCTOR, Bob.com.
Boy, do we have a lot left to talk about health-wise that you'll not want to miss out on. Stick around, because later on in the show we're going to be talking about the ultimate craving cure for nicotine addicts, people who are addicted to alcohol and chocolate. Yes, we've got all of that, plus this week's installments of the Health Alternative, Health Outrage, and Health Mystery of the Week, plus a major product recall that you'll not want to miss out on. This is huge. Just happened. We'll be talking about that. And if you can't get the next hour of the program for whatever reason, then roll over on your smartphone, your Android, your tablet, your laptop, your desktop to my website. There's live streaming audio right there at drbob.com. Spell out the word doctor, D-O-C-T-O-R, bob.com. Then click on the appropriate button. You listen to the radio show, the next hour of the radio show, just like you're listening to it on the radio right now. Well, according to the National Cancer Institute, as many as 80% of cancers can be attributed to environmental factors. That's 8 out of 10, folks, attributed to environmental factors that trip or generate the genesis of cancer, most important of which have to do with diet, exposure to toxins. There are thousands in our environment: water, food, air, and also, of course, the exposure to pesticides and other factors. Smoking, tobacco is huge. Doctors who are dealing in the area of chronic disease, especially mysterious and difficult diseases like cancer and autoimmune diseases, they better be skillful and up to speed on how to address these toxins, how to address making sure that their patients know what to eat and what not to eat. And if that doctor is trained in advanced alternative medicine, you're in the right place. If not, you're missing the boat big time. Well, the doctors at Sunridge Medical Center, I can assure you, are trained in the area of integrative medicine. They are, after all, America's premier center for alternative medicine, offering advanced alternative medicine to people who have serious illnesses like cancer, like Lyme disease, chronic infections, and a whole host of other autoimmune diseases. Check out what they do on their website, please, or tell other people about it at sunridgemedical.com. 2 words all together, sunridgemedical.com. Sunridgemedical.com, or call them and open up that line of communication, that dialogue, to see if they can turn your health problems around like they've helped so many others. Their phone number is 800-SUNRIDGE nationwide. 800-SUNRIDGE. 800-SUNRIDGE or sunridgemedical.com. All right, when we come back, we're going to be talking about how it is that giving birth in America remains unacceptably deadly. Why is that? I'll tell you. It's the Dr. Bob Martin Show, and we'll be right back.
While summer is the absolute best time for swimming, cookouts, and much anticipated vacations, it's the worst time to endure the pain and embarrassment of unexpected gas and bloating. Bloating oftentimes isn't triggered by how much food you eat, but rather what you eat. Some foods are difficult for your body to break down, and those undigested particles pass into the colon and produce uncomfortable gas bubbles that make your stomach swell and bloat and can even lead to weight gain. Enter your summertime savior, Dr. Ohhira's award-winning probiotics, an exclusive formula of prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics. This probiotic powerhouse helps your body break down food that is challenging to digest, so gas and bloating are significantly minimized. Dr. Ohhira's probiotics are available in convenient blister packs, perfect for traveling. Discover the Dr. Ohhira difference for yourself this summer. Look for Dr. Ohhira's probiotics at Vitamin Shop, Whole Foods, Sprouts, and other fine natural health retailers nationwide. Also available online.